Oh boy, where do I even start with Quantum of Solace? This 2008 James Bond film is a mess from start to finish. Here are some of my thoughts on this disaster of a movie. First of all, the title. What does Quantum of Solace even mean? It sounds like something a pretentious philosophy major would come up with after a night of heavy drinking. And it has nothing to do with the plot of the movie, which is about Bond trying to stop a corporation from working with dictators to get natural resources. So why not just call it James Bond and the Evil Corporation? At least that would be accurate. The opening sequence is supposed to be impressive, with high-speed car chases and all that. But the ultra-short scenes and shaky camera make it impossible to follow what's going on. It's like the director was trying to give the audience motion sickness. And don't even get me started on the editing. It's like they took a blender to the footage and just threw it all together. The plot is all over the place. Bond is running around the globe after his target without much information, and it's hard to keep track of what's happening. The movie lacks focus and sense, and it's not helped by the fact that the action scenes are so poorly directed. It's like the filmmakers were trying to distract us from the fact that the story makes no sense. The film received mixed reviews, with some people praising Daniel Craig's performance and the action sequences. But let's be real here, Craig is the only good thing about this movie. He's a great Bond, and he does the best he can with the terrible script and direction he's given. As for the action sequences, they are a mess. The camera is always too close to the action, so you can't see what's going on. And the editing is so choppy that it's hard to tell who's doing what to whom. Some people have blamed the writer's strike for the problems with Quantum of Solace. Apparently, the director and Daniel Craig had to write the script themselves because of the strike. But let's be real here, the problems with this movie go way beyond the script. The direction is terrible, the editing is terrible, and the action scenes are terrible. Even if the script had been better, this movie would still be a disaster. There are a few moments of unintentional humor. For example, there's a scene where Bond discovers an underground lake and says he is draining all the water, as an explanation for the villain's evil plan. It's so ridiculous that it's almost funny. And there's a Bond girl who says yeesh when she sees a henchman getting machine-gunned. It's a weirdly modern moment in a movie that's trying so hard to be old-school Bond. Overall, Quantum of Solace is a mess of a movie. It's poorly directed, poorly edited, and poorly written. Daniel Craig is the only good thing about it, and even he can't save it. If you're a Bond fan, you're better off watching one of the older movies. Or just skipping this one altogether.